Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. Welcome to the apology you never got. We're going to be looking into the apology that you never got. This is a to whom it may concern reading, so if it found you, there's something in here that is for you, and we will be interpreting that. I'm shuffling from the I Love You But deck, which has almost 300 unique messages, as you can see, as well as using the Last Unicorn Tarot and the So Below Book of Shadows Tarot. So we have the Justice. You deserve better. We're already getting messages from the apology that you never got, right? This could be from the person's higher self. This could be from the person's better self, right? The person's self themselves that they just never allowed themselves to give, to step forward. So we have you deserve better. The Temperance. Justice. Same dude. Ace of Cups. Have you seen it from my perspective? I'm really proud of the person you've become, are becoming, and let's be together. So this person definitely feels remorse. They feel remorse for what happened. For some of you, there's two major arcana energies here, the Justice and the Temperance. There's something about this person knowing that they did you wrong, but there's something here. It's not even about doing you wrong, honestly. It's almost like this feels like someone who's no longer in your life, and it feels like, not to say they did you a favor by leaving your life, but that they have an acknowledgement that you two sharing the same space in the world with each other was not going to be the business. Like, that was not going to be fruitful. Which is crazy with this let's be together. Now that I see it. This person, honestly, this person has an honor of you. It's true. This person deep down has an honor of you and they wish you well. I think yeah, exactly, right? I'm really proud of the person you've become or are becoming. That's what I was just about to say. Like, if they see stuff about you on social, if they hear stuff about you, about what you're doing, who you're with, where you're at, what's going on in your world, they're happy for you. They have a smile, that automatic smile, you know, the one that creeps up on your face that you don't think about. It just dresses your face and stretches your lips. So you just all of a sudden feel your lips are tugging at your cheeks because you're smiling. Like, you can't help that small, sly smile. And that's how they feel when they hear or know or feel good things about you. There is some animosity that this person has. I'm not gonna lie, it's not here, but I do feel some animosity. And I think, I don't know what that's about, but there's something here about this person almost, honestly, what I feel like is this person feeling like it's better for us to be apart. Which makes this let's be together very freaking weird. Really weird. I might have to clarify that. Because for me, this Ace of Cups is not like, oh, I will actively like come towards you and I want to be together. The only thing that's hinting at let's be together here is let's be together. And I want to clarify that. Now that I say that, it feels like this let's be together is let's be together. Like, let's get ourselves together. For some of you, right, for like 10% of you, it could be that this person the apology you never got. This person was always going to give it to you in some ways, but it never happened, and now too much time has passed. This person had intentions, or has intentions even, of coming towards you and sort of saying something, making things right, or making things even between the two of you, tempering things between the two of you, right? And sort of saying what's in their heart, and saying it in a way that isn't blaming necessarily of you, but of holding space for what the dynamic was between the two of you in the way that they felt it, in the best way that they felt it, right? This could still be that, the way you acted, the way you did this and this made me feel da 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 da, and I realized, like, if I'm feeling this and you're feeling that we can't be together, and so I took some time, or whatever the case may be, but now I think, that maybe there's an opportunity for us to blah blah blah, right? Like, if that's for 10% of you, cool. If you're in that 10%, there you have it, there it is, baby girl. I'll call everybody girl. That's what you, there you go. But what I'm feeling here is, and perhaps maybe this is like, a future thing, what I just said, with 10% now, but perhaps for some of you in the future, that becomes the eventuality where this person does come forward. And I've seen this happen in real life. I've seen it happen countless times in real life. Where a friend of mine, she, was cheated on by her partner, who went with her friend, and she never got her reparations, right? They're happily together, they have kids, they have a family, and she's like, that could have been me. And all these things were like, no, it couldn't have, because that person wasn't for you, but that's not my story. For her, that could have been us, that could have been me, da 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 da, but this happened. Where's the retribution, right? Where is the, oh, they ended up being bad for each other, or where is that sort of like stuff? I digress. What happened eventually was the person did come forward, right? The guy, in the end, years later, maybe 10 years later plus. How old are we now? Yeah, maybe more than 10 years later, 15 years later, so some time later, where he came towards her and he said, hey, I'm really sorry for how things turned out. I'm really sorry for, how it happened, X, Y, and Z, right? That's sort of where sometimes someone does come together and say, hey, maybe we can mend the bridges, become friends again, or whatever. Obviously she didn't want that, but those could be situations where things like that happen. There's countless stories where people are on their wedding days calling an ex and saying, if you say yes, I'll drop everything right now, da, 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 da. Like, it's a thing. So perhaps for some of you in the future, but I'm going to go to the story where we're talking a little bit more in the present about, man, I am so dry. Like, this weather is wild. So what I'm getting here for you, my friend, is, this person thinking that you two, I don't know if they want to really make things right. I feel like they think things are right between the two of you right now. I'm really getting that this person sends you good vibes. I'm getting that this person sends you good energy. They toast to your success. They think you deserve better than they were able to give. That's for some of you. For others of you, this you deserve better feels more like they couldn't fulfill what you wanted. Either because they didn't want to, they weren't capable of it, or they didn't have the bandwidth to. Right? This happens a lot in life. Like, I know that there are people in my life right now who want things of me, desire things of me that I cannot give them. I just cannot give it to them. I cannot give you the time, the energy, the dedication, the resources that you want from me. And I bid you what you need to do to go get it elsewhere. Like, I just cannot. In some cases, I will not. In some cases, I don't want to. But for the most part, my body says no. And that's what I'm getting here as well from some people in this pile, where this person says, hey, you deserve better than I'm able to give you, whether because I can't, won't, refuse to, I'm incapable of it, I do not have the personal bandwidth to, like, whatever the reason is, There is an other people or dynamics that can give you what I could not. And that's why this justice and temperance, them showing up in the upright, there's something here about a little bit of like, I don't know, if I look at it negatively, if I judge it negatively, it's like indignant. But there's something here about this person being, there's a sense of wisdom here. The apology this person never gave you was the sense of wisdom, and that you didn't need them. Like, you don't need them in your world. Either because you didn't appreciate them, or they didn't feel appreciated, or they couldn't appreciate you the way you wanted to be appreciated, or be with you the way you wanted. Like, it almost feels like there's something here that an aspect of your dynamic was not personal. It was just very personal, right? It wasn't necessarily personal to you, or maybe it was. It was personal to them that they could not deliver because of their own personal reasons. And that, to them, doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. It just makes them a person. And I don't know how you feel about hearing that. But I feel like there's a certain truth that this person brings forward in this apology that they never gave you of, I didn't even fucking see that. It's right here. Have you seen it from my perspective? Oh my God. I didn't even look at that. I'm getting all this from justice and temperance, especially justice. Have you seen it from my perspective? The apology this person wants to give you is, I think they never gave it to you because I don't believe they thought you would understand seeing it from their side. And the apology that they would give you would be them explaining their side, how they are feeling this, how they are integrating this. And it almost feels like for some of you, they did in some ways tell you their side, and you either, maybe rejected it, or there was a vibe that it wasn't completely accepted, or really that they still felt the pressure of performance or of whatever, and they dipped. 12-12. Anyway, have you seen it from my perspective? I think at the end of the day, this person did not necessarily want to hurt you, but their actions did end up obviously hurting you. Their actions or their inactions, obviously ended up hurting you. And that's where they kind of, I think, instead of coming back and explaining, or coming around and explaining, it really feels like they looked at the situation and said, you know what? Okay. If that's how the Lumi you understands this, if that's how you feel, then okay. If that's how this is, then okay. And they walked away, right? They let the bygones be bygones. I want to go into this a little bit more with the So Below deck. See if we can glean anything else. I'm not getting hard feelings. There's a bit of animosity, and I think that animosity perhaps comes from the parts of your dynamic with them that, weren't so good for them, that wounded them, that didn't feel good to them. But I feel like overall, the overwhelming message here is they wish you well. They don't have that many ill feelings towards you, right? The overarching feelings they have towards you are good, are soft. And I mean, they hope that you see it from their perspective, but if you don't, they walked away from trying to explain it. With the temperance here, I think this person has almost made some peace, but I do feel like they still think about you from time to time. And that's when, they send you good energy, they send you good vibes, or, send you like a virtual spiritual toast. The apology my Lumi never got. There is a sense, honestly, this whole reading could have been just done with the justice energy because it's so palpable. There is a sense that this person really did let bygones be bygones. I think there was a chance when they could have come around and said something, and they just looked at the situation and said, you know what? No, it's fine. King of Swords. Three of Cups in reverse. The Stars in reverse. Yeah. I mean, that tracks. If you're a reader, I feel like you've been hearing those. You're kind of like, oh, okay. Three of Cups in reverse? Yeah. The Stars in reverse. The Stars... I never get the stars. Oh, yeah. The stars, the stars. It's a hopeless feeling. I was about to say, I was like, what is it? I feel hopelessness here. The star in reverse is a hopeless feeling, but it also is giving this justice of walking away. Like, there's such an energy here of walking away, but walking away with your shoulders slumped a little forward, but sort of having that settled contentment in you of, this is kind of, I think, how it has to be. Now, for some of you, this is this person feeling, entertaining their cowardice, but honestly, or their like non-confrontational side, right? It could be cowardice, could be just non-confrontational, but really it's giving an energy of like, me saying anything, me doing anything more than what's been done, said, whatever, like, is not gonna help. It's just like sort of like a realization of like, this isn't gonna help. Nothing else will come from me saying anything or doing anything or whatever. The King of Swords here is that executive decision. This person made an executive decision to sort of walk away. I think they do think that you both are maybe better off without each other, even though there are those soft feelings of even missing interactions here and there, or thinking fondly of interactions here and there. There's just this energy of, no, I think us being apart is best. Three of Cups in reverse, not even a friendship here, could be salvaged or entertained. Period. Right? Like, it's gone. Like, this side of the reading, the Stars in reverse, the Three of Cups in reverse, it's like, this is the past. This is done. There's nothing here anymore. It's barren. This experience has closed. This chapter has ended. And with the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups, it's giving this sort of like energy of us doing well individually and sending you good vibes and good energies, but not really looking to be too involved unless, you know, it's necessary. The apology you never got, I think it's saying why you never got it again. Let's see why you never got it, actually. Let's see if we can, because I think they just saw that there was nothing more to be said. I feel like this whole thing has explained why you never got it. Four of Wands in reverse. I think if I was to force an apology here, this person would say, I'm sorry for how things turned out. I'm sorry for how things turned out. I'm sorry for how things turned out, but it's not even, I lament. It's not that. It's, I think things turned out. Things are how they should be. I think this is best. And so I think the I'm sorry more so comes from the fact that there were ill feelings and hurt in the moment, and maybe even continuous hurt or what have you. But if you two are apart, I think this person really thinks it's best. And it's more so like, I'm sorry for how it happened. I'm sorry for how long it took, or, the ill feelings. But as far as you two being apart, I don't think they're sorry for being apart. I am hard pressed to find an actual what they're sorry for. I think they're just sorry it didn't work out. And I think the reason why you never got the apology was just because there's just so much here that what would the apology be? I'm sorry we didn't get along. I'm sorry that we kept hurting each other's feelings. I'm sorry that you kept hurting my feelings and I didn't know how to speak up. I'm sorry that I couldn't be the person you wanted me to be, because I still can't. I'm not equipped, nor was I equipped for that. I'm sorry I wasn't who you wanted or needed, because I just wasn't. I'm sorry for being me. I'm sorry for being who I am. Like, how do you apologize for your existence? You know what I mean? Like, that's where it gets here. This is like someone, it's like an example here that I'm about to give of someone, when you tell someone that, oh, I have a crush on you, and they say, I'm sorry, I don't feel the same. Like, how are you sorry for something that you just don't feel? Like, how are you sorry for feelings that you just don't have? Is that something you feel bad about? Yeah, you feel bad for the person and their feelings, but you feel what you feel, you don't feel it anymore. That's kind of what it is here. It's this thing of like, how do you apologize for something that is, I'm sorry it's raining. You didn't control the rain. I'm sorry it's I'm sorry the trees have lost their leaves in winter. You can't control that. I'm sorry that you feel bad about it, but it's almost like, what is there to do? So that's also laced with why this apology may not have come, because how do you apologize for a natural force or a natural movement or a natural feeling? This could be, I'm sorry for, how it came out. I'm sorry for not being able to blah, blah, blah in the ways that blah, blah, blah is. But you feel like, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I mean, let's see if there's anything else that can help. What's the apology here? Grind. Adventurous. I have no eyes for anyone else. I love when we play together. I'm sorry that we lost our good times. I'm sorry. I think this, again, it really just boils down to, I'm sorry for how it all went down. I'm sorry for how not even how, like, I'm sorry it didn't work out. Like, that's really it. I'm sorry it didn't work out is really the most all-encompassing way to say I'm sorry for, like, the fun that we had that didn't go anywhere. I'm sorry for the looks that we exchanged that didn't go anywhere. I'm sorry for, the moments that we shared that didn't go anywhere in terms of where you wanted them to go or hoped they could go, or where I once upon a time hoped they could go. I'm sorry that they didn't amount to what you wanted, or maybe what even I wanted. I'm sorry that things ended up like this. And it's not, and I'm sorry that I want to change things. It's, and I'm sorry that, it's raining and you can't go out. I'm sorry that the leaves have fallen and you can't take your pictures of a full green tree, stuff like that. So this is the apology that's coming through today. I may do this reading again and see what other apologies come through. If this wasn't your reading, stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see if another type of apology comes out. But I hope this served you in the way that it did, gave you some peace. I will pull some guidance for you, I think. Hold on. Orphaned. This is apt. I'm really glad we did this. If you're even still watching, then you're a next level type person, because to hear all that when you're expecting something else is tough. Orphaned is a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, and uncertainty about your place. As you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Exactly what I was saying. Perhaps you're drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart. The Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. This feels like Spirit is letting you know to accept a part of this message, which was if you two are apart, or if it's not, working out the way it needed to, like, yes, that is sometimes what it is, right? Sometimes our crush doesn't like us. That's just what it is. Sometimes people fall out of feelings. That's just what it is. Sometimes people have feelings for us that we don't have feelings for them. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. People are incapable of giving us what we want because they have their own schedules and their own priorities. That is what it is. And taking it too personally sucks. And of course you'll take it personally. The heck? You want what you want from that dynamic. And when it doesn't deliver, you feel bad and you get angry. But that's what it is. Sometimes that's really just what it is. I wish you everything. Keep your light and good luck, and I'll see you next time.